Welcome to the Curious Head channel. Here you will find a variety of interesting facts and amazing stories on a variety of topics, from science and technology to mythology and art. Subscribe now so you don't miss any updates. No other characters are as remarkable in British literature as Sherlock Holmes. The detective, created by the Scottish writer Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, was released in 1887 as the protagonist of A Study in Scarlet. However, despite this book being the first to feature Holmes, the character went on to become a celebrated name in the literary genre with the short stories that Doyle later published. In this context, the short story collection The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, originally published in 1892, was remarkable. It is considered one of the first sets of fictional tales, and has given great prominence to the investigator and his colleague, Dr. Watson, who solved crimes and tried to right social wrongs. To celebrate this iconic work, learn some curiosities about the great detective of literature. 1. Doyle believed that Sherlock Holmes was his financial security. After publishing A Study in Scarlet and The Sign of Four, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle noted that Sherlock Holmes could be his safe haven, that is, a character capable of guaranteeing enough public attention that he would always have publishing contracts. In the author's mind, the character was excellent for appearing in weekly magazines, which would allow for its recurring edition. The author proved correct, so much so that, a few years later, when he decided to do away with the detective, the magazine in which he published lost no less than 20,000 subscribers. 2. Holmes was inspired by a real person. Sherlock Holmes was created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle using as inspiration, at least in parts, Dr. Joseph Bell, a surgeon and professor at the Royal College of Surgeons in Edinburgh. The author had been a student of Bell, who captivated the creator of Holmes by the acuity of his observations, as well as his ability to diagnose illnesses using just a few clues. The surgeon had also studied handwriting analysis and dialectology, which helped Doyle become even more fascinated by his qualities. 3. His first appearance is considered a mystery without a mystery. The first story Doyle published with Sherlock Holmes in the Strand was not exactly a mystery. A Scandal in Bohemia, published in July 1891, does not offer any kind of mystery, on the contrary. Holmes is hired by the King of Bohemia to rescue a photo of him with an ex-lover. The investigator has all the information he needs at his fingertips, and yet he has great difficulty obtaining the photo of the woman, opera singer Irene Adler. Scholars of the Scotsman's work suggest that his first appearance in style is, in fact, a resounding failure. For The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes were banned in the Soviet Union. The publication of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes is a milestone in the literature of the genre, but it did not find many fans in a certain period in the Soviet Union. The acclaimed detective was going to win its first edition in the country in 1929, when local authorities decided that the book should not be published. The reason? The author had portrayed the occult in the work, a subject prohibited by the Soviet government at the time. Despite the ban, the appeal generated by the Holmes stories made the material circulate in a parallel market in the country. The ban was lifted only in 1940, during the Second World War period. 5. Sherlock Holmes is the most portrayed literary character. Sherlock Holmes has secured a place in history beyond literature. He secured the world record for most adapted human literary character for television, film and stage. In all, there are 299 representations of the researcher. The first of these occurred in the distant year of 1899, when the American actor William Gillette, at Doyle's request, adapted the character for a play called Holmes. Much of the style and aesthetic surrounding the visual representation we have of Sherlock came from this adaptation. As a curiosity, if we disregard the human factor, Holmes loses the place of most adapted only to the vampire Dracula. Thanks for watching, until the next video.